Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Australian report for Monday, March 2021. So, a lot of this is going to depend on CBA, okay? But as far as the crow flies, we've got wave 3 here with an A and a B and a C, and then up for 1, back for 2, and I'm going to include all of this move here as wave 1 up here, and then back for 2, 3, 4, 5, moving up higher up here. Now, the downside of this here could be an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave up here. From this high to this low here, the 61.8% comes in around this old high here. So what we're looking for in a bullish market is this old high here to become the support. You can see that it's pushed up through here, but it hasn't come back and checked it. So this move up here in 5 waves will either be an A, B, C for the B wave, and if it is a B wave, well then we're going to come down here further and we'll have to look at all of this as an A and a B and a C, which is possible, and it will just depend on CBA, so it's be all eyes on that, but just we'll look at that in a moment, but just following through with this. So I'm just looking at this now as wave 1 here with an A and a B and a C for 2, and then up for 3, 4 and 5 here. So we can push up a bit further, but also too, just as I mentioned, that we want, well, in terms of a classic trading levels pattern at 7,300, which is the top of minor group 1, so normally you would get a decent swing at that level. So we're really looking for a pattern like this here. So currently we're about here somewhere. We need to finish off and then we need to get that. And that will be the same with CBA. So it won't be until after this and we get we'll use that first high, the second high, and then this third high over here to turn bullish on, because this can just retest here and drop at that point. So that's the risk of it all. And this is the thing that we're working through with the US markets as well. So just to get a clear account on that, I'm looking at it like this with wave 1 here, wave 2 over to here for this, and then 1 and 2 here, and then 3, 4 and 5 here. It's a little bit tricky to count this in through here, and maybe we got a top in play here, but there should be some follow through from the Friday, because if Friday closes strong, then Monday will normally follow through. But when retailers realize that the market should be trading up, then the affiliates at the SPI, the futures market, they will know that, so they will see the futures contracts come in there, and there might be 500 retail contracts in there. So then they'll start putting pressure on them for the squeeze. So they'll squeeze them out before the market goes up. So be careful of the squeeze. Normally finish by about 15 minutes past 10 or something. So with this in mind, we're looking for a top, and then we're looking for an ABC. It's exactly the same thing we're looking for on the US markets, okay, with that current rally to the upside. So I'll just move this over here. So with CBA here, forgetting about this little move in here for a moment, because I don't know which that belongs to. I don't know if it belongs to this 3 to 4 here, or it's something clean and separate. We've got 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. But this move here coming off the lows moving up here, we need to track that in 5 waves, and once that's finished, then we need to wait for the turn, and that will give us a bit of an idea of what CBA, what the SPI is doing, the Australian market. So the best way I can count this so far is it does appear as an impulse wave straight up off the low there, so we can go wave 1 and 2. Then 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 here, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the third wave, fourth wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third wave. Could be a slightly different, but basically looking for the third, fourth, fifth here of the third, and then the fourth, and then the fifth. So the SPI won't be too far behind all of that. So really what we're looking for is the top to play out within all of this, and then the A wave, the B wave, and the C wave. Now, I won't know if all this is bullish unless we take that top out here, as I've talked about, or the second high here. And it's pretty much the same with US stocks as well. So we need to move through this. There's that war is still in play with possibility of escalation as well. So we just don't know, but I need to be clear about this and what our next step is at that point. So if you are long, this is, there's a beginning, there's a middle, and there's an end of a trend. This is where you start scaling out, and you can sort of suck the last of it out up at that point. And this will be the same for this market as well. If we've got positions in here, then I suppose you can put that there for today anyway. We've got to protect it at some point. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, as a classic trading levels pattern here, at the three, probably, realistically, probably wouldn't hurt to take, if you're there, to take a bit of, a little bit off the top at that point. Now, yeah, so we just need a classic trading levels pattern here. We've got the arrival, the reaction, looking for the first high above the level. Like I said, it's a little bit tricky to count this in here. Yeah, looking up here, then a move back at that point. So that's where that is. So be driven by mainly the banks. The resources are reasonably strong. So we've got iron ore here. Well, gold's not strong, and some of the other commodities are correcting, but iron ore's looking quite good. So with iron ore here, we've got wave 1 here and wave 2 here, and then wave 1 and wave 2 here, and now we're pushing up through there. So we'll just have a quick look at this on the tick chart. So, I mean, we could count this down as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, but the wave B overlaps that significantly, so that's a bit of an issue. So it'd be nice to see that top get taken out here and get support really on top of Group 1, which is the 830 here, which is basically happening at the moment, but it's not support yet, is it? We've had the arrival, the reaction, looking for the first high above the level, so it still could fade at that point. But I think the good news here is that this is looking like an impulse wave here. That's the thing here. So it will still, still need to do its thing here. It'll still do something like that, perhaps. But it's looking good. So that makes BHP look good. We've got this. The stochastics are pulling back in here nicely. We don't really have a nice impulse wave up here just yet. We should see that push up a little bit further. But as I mentioned, I think, buying all around this level here would be, fine. Yeah, so anyway, that's that. It's looking okay. We're looking as an ABC back here. It's come back quite deeply. It's quite clear that this is in 3 waves and clear that's in 5 waves here. So we should be okay. But yeah, the only other thing I've mentioned, I could have made a mistake here, is probably in here. We could probably look at all of this as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, the 3rd wave, 4th wave and 5th wave here. That would leave us with an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave down here for wave 2 and then up. So not a lot of sort of damage unless you're a CFD trader, but I mean, you'd have to sort of, seeing the stochastics so low here, you would think that it would be sort of okay-ish down here. But I don't have an impulse wave up here just yet, and this could certainly be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 coming down here for this. So not quite sure yet. But look, the thing is that this is a correction around the $50. So buying these pullbacks in here with small amounts is the way to go. Alrighty, Rio. We talked about buying in the box here. It's kind of looking okay to the upside here. We've got a little impulse wave coming in here. A bit hard to see these jumps in here, but you'd have to say that they're positive, Getting support on the closest largest number, which is 10 here. that's a positive as well. It's really, we've got the classic trading levels pattern here. We've got the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level. It can just shoot straight up from there and have that variation of the classic trading levels pattern where it doesn't come back below the level. How to count this, not quite sure yet. I'll have to say that's 1 and 2 here. I'm not sure if that's 3, 4 and 5, you know, for 1 and back for 2, or this is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and we go up here for 5. Looks a little bit more like we'll push up from that point, so push up like that, and then a wave 4 and then a wave 5 here, and then an ABC pattern here for this, and then further up here. So looking at this as 1 and 2 here, and wave 3 to this point, and then 4 and 5. So something like that. But you know, it's a bit of a guessing game kind of thing. But we don't have a full impulse wave here, but I have to say it's looking okay. You know, it's looking chirpy, so that's good. FMG here. So yeah, like I mentioned, we don't really have a nice C wave in through here, but everything was giving us a good indication of going higher, so that's sort of on track, and I think we're doing all the right things at this point. A bit difficult to put this wave C of 2 in there based on this particular pattern here. It doesn't resonate with me very well. It could be that this is an A wave, a B wave and a C wave over here for the B wave, and then we go down for the C wave here. We could get trapped like that. So here, the A wave is here, but a smaller A, B, and C for the B wave, you know, that type of thing. So we'll see how this plays out here. It's always a bit tricky, but getting support back on 20, we'll be moving up from that point. Okay, so US spot gold. So last time we spoke, we had wave A in place, and we're looking for wave B to pull back. So from the top here, we're looking for an A wave, an A, B, C here for the B wave, and down for the C wave. It's possible to have this wave 2 in over here. I understand that. But we'll just see what this ABC looks like here. We can bring that down to the top here now for any trades to the upside. I don't know if there's another little move down through here, but buying that top there will keep you pretty safe. You could probably get a bit closer than that. So this level here, what's that? That's 1930. So a classic trading levels pattern on 1930 would be the best way to go to the long side with all of this. Okay. But this could certainly come down a bit further at this time here. But yeah, that's sort of where we are at this point. Could this be, you know, wave 1, 2, 3, 4 in here, to 5 here? Possibly, and we could have another low in place here. There's a few things that could occur, but I'll just stay with this for the time being. And that brings us to Newcrest mining. So with Newcrest, we're looking for an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave. So we don't know if the B wave here is finished just yet, but yeah, we've got we've got most of the first leg in, we could say at this point. But there's still more to come here for this, so we don't need to make any decisions just yet. And if it does drop below the level, then we'll use the classic trading levels pattern to the long side. The Australian dollar here. So each trend's got a beginning, a middle and end, and markets are just trends and corrections of different degrees. But we can see here that obviously we got the beginning of the trend in here, and then we got the middle of the trend in here. So we're in the ending of the trend here. Yes, it can push higher, and you would expect it to take out that high here. So it can do that. But just to let you know that there'll be overlapping wave structures coming into play here for that. So we need to protect the long position, which we already have at this point. We put that there. We can put that up to, well, we can probably pop it in there at the moment for that. I'll just pop it under there. You make your own calls on it. But like I said, this is a wave 4. There might be another wave 4 coming into play. If that moves, if that takes out the top here and moves up through there, it clears that top there, then you'll be okay to bring that stop up under here for that, you know, keep it under the level at that point. Yeah, so not to go long there, but because we know we kind of, but that could be, this could be a wave 4 here with a wave 5 here with one more little move here, and then we could have another wave 4 and then wave 5 and then be finished at that point. So we're close there with all of that. So just be a little bit careful, just protect your profits. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in. Cheers.